All right, you guys, welcome to the series that I am doing for you to really help you get some momentum going in your business. Doesn't matter if you're a new coach, you've been a coach for a while, and you're just refreshing yourself, or you're starting back. I want to help you really get going and stay going so that you can reach those goals that you have as a coach. All right. And today, this first lesson is about posting. I think that people really underestimate what it takes to start a business and to start that momentum and what it takes to post and grow a following. So I will post a couple of times, and I think I thought as a brand new business owner, like I'll just post a couple of times, I'll share my transformation, and everybody's going to naturally want to do what I'm doing, right? And I thought, just because something's working for me, surely other people will want to get on board. But that was not necessarily true, because I'll tell you that what people are thinking as they were watching me, as they were following me, as I shared my transformations, as I began to post my workouts and motivational quotes and food, I was building credibility, and people were waiting to see if I was going to stick with it. They weren't just going to jump in because I said, hey, I got 21-day fixed results and I'm eating clean. You want to do this with me? No. People were watching me. They were waiting for me to quit. They were waiting for me to go away. And they were waiting for me to prove myself that I was not just a 21-day and done or 30-day and done. I didn't have a big following. I didn't have a big following of people who were just knocking down my door to join my challenge groups. But what I was doing very early on, and even still today, I was building credibility. I was building a following. I was building trust with my followers, and I was setting up the foundation for what you see today. All right. I had to establish credibility, and it should give you hope that I didn't have a huge following. I didn't have a huge following. If I started with 150 friends on Facebook and no following on Instagram, but I have built a very successful business, then I want that to give you hope that you can as well. And it starts right here with showing up and sharing your story. Okay, so this first training is about posting on social media. And the first thing I want you to do is I want to make sure you have the book, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. If you don't have that book, please order it today. Like, get it. Get the book, get it on Audible, get the CDs. I listen to the CDs every day. When I was a brand new coach for like a year, I still read it. It's right here. I still go back to that book. Seriously, read like 1 to 2 chapters a day. And what this book did for me, and what I know it will do for you, is it gave me the business knowledge that I did not have. It taught me that it's not just about posting and having the perfect transformation and having the perfect pictures and the perfect caption. It's really about the daily activities that you are going to do, the daily things that are on that business activity tracker that are going to build momentum and build success. I see so many people compare their start of their business to where I'm at today, 5.5 years in. And you simply cannot do that. Everyone starts the same. Everyone starts at ground zero with no coaches, no challengers, no success club points. Everybody starts at the exact same point. And I started very, very low on the totem pole. I did not start where you see me now. I started right where I was. I started posting. Back then we had to post 3 to 5 times a day on social media. It was crazy. We didn't have stories. And in order to keep our message out there and to reach people at different times of the day, I was posting like 3 to 5 times a day. And I can promise you that they were a lot of crappy posts, a lot of crappy pictures, a lot of really bad wording, but I just had to start, and I had to practice, and I had to show up every single day. And that's what you have to do too if you're going to build a solid business. I am in no way encouraging you to be a slave to social media, to be a slave to your business, but you have to be consistent and you have to show up, and posting is part of that. All right. So in this module, in this training, I have given you an example of 30 posts that you can make. And I don't want every single post to be about Beachbody. Honestly, I don't encourage you to ever say Beachbody a whole lot, or Shakeology. You are just sharing your story. And now this is part of that. your challenge group, Shakeology, your workouts it has become part of who you are. And you are putting your story out there on social media consistently. You don't have to do it the same way I do it. You don't have to post every day, but you do have to post at least 4 times a week if you want to have a consistent message. All right. And so you can't just show up Monday through Thursday and then ghost out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then expect people to trust you. I take Sundays off. I encourage you to take Sundays off, but I do show up on Saturday. I work my business a little bit on Saturday because even though I'm home more now, I'm probably a lot like you and working it in the pockets of my day, which means that when Matt's home on Friday, on Saturday, I'm recording this video on a Saturday because he's here and he can do something with the kids while I make the videos. All right. You have to show up. You can't show up for 2 weeks and take a week off and expect people to take you seriously. All right. So consistency, that book taught me, it's those little things that we show up and do every single day, whether you're working 2 hours a day or 6 hours a day, it doesn't matter. Just stay consistent. Seriously, get that book. And then, yes, you are promoting a product, okay? You are affiliated with Team Beachbody. You are drinking Shakeology. You are doing the 21-day fix or 10 rounds or bar or whatever. But I see so many coaches just show up and start selling. And that's not what we're here to do. I can almost guarantee you that when I first talked to you about becoming a coach, you said, I don't want to be salesy, and I don't want you to either, right? So too many coaches just sell. They share transformation and they say, join my challenge group. They share a recipe and they say, join my challenge group. They share a motivational quote and say, join my challenge group. And I can tell you, people are going to get tired of that very quickly, right? People disengage when they feel like they're being sold to. All right. So I don't want you to do that either. But when you share a recipe and you tell why this recipe works for you and your family, or you share a tip to get your kids to eat clean, or you share a healthy recipe or a quote, and you're just encouraging and you're adding value when you're advising, that's when people lean in, and that's when they come back for more. And that's when you get to start those really genuine conversations that really transform into an invitation to your challenge group. All right. Think of your social media as a classroom. You're showing up to educate your following, to build your following, to pour into them, to tell them what you're doing. And then that will open the door to ask people to make a decision. Okay. We'll talk about that next too. But one of the things you have to do when it comes to posting is you have to launch your business. If people don't know that you're doing something related to health and fitness, if they don't know that there's an opportunity to work with you, if they don't know what you're talking about or what you're doing, then they're not going to join you. So it is really and truly as simple. If you're kicking off your business or restarting your business, or maybe you're a coach and you've never actually done this, but make a post that just says, hey, I am going to start sharing some more about some healthy recipes, about the workouts I'm doing, about my family, my community, and share some motivational quotes and scripture that have really helped me stay focused in my own health and fitness journey. And my goal here is simply to inspire, to encourage, to uplift other women to do the same. So start watching for that. Start paying attention to some, I'll be doing recipes on Tuesdays or Thursdays or whatever. I'm going to make a meal plan every week. I'm committing to this and I'm making it public for accountability and also to help some other women get started, right? It's very simple. Don't overthink it. Put it into your own words. Share a picture of you. It can be a transformation. It can be a workout picture. It can be just a picture of you and your family, but it needs to be a picture of you. And let people know that you are going on a public journey of health and fitness and you're inviting them in, right? Okay, so that's one thing that you've got to do. If you've not done that, do that today. The second thing is food. Everybody struggles with food. I made a post about it today. Food will always be my struggle, and it is for everybody else. Anybody can push play. Anybody can go for a walk. Anybody can sweat. But it's really when it comes to the choices that we make with our nutrition, that's where we really want to dive in and help people, all right? So I want to challenge you, just share what you're doing. Friday night is pizza night for us. There's usually something in my stories where I make a cauliflower crust pizza instead of one of those, really carby pizzas. Or if I do eat a slice of pizza, I'd make a salad with it so I get my extra greens in. Share a recipe, share a tip how to make it a little bit healthier. How do you clean up a recipe? If you need more veggies in your diet, like how are you making that happen? If you have kids like I do, share some tips or recipes that tell people how you're getting your kids to eat a little bit healthier. It's really, you don't have to go out there and be the barefoot Contessa or Rachel Ray or whoever, somebody famous. You just got to show people what you're doing and how you're making it work for you. Give a recipe away. Do it once a week. Do it in your stories. Have a Tasty Tuesday post or a What I Ate Wednesday and give something away. Share, share, share. Serve people by telling your story. And then give a call to action. What's the one food that it's really hard to get your kids to eat more of? If you share something about your kids complaining about what they're eating, talk about how you're on a mission, not just to get healthy yourself, but to inspire your kids to teach them as well. Give a call to action. Maybe you're meal planning, which you should be. You're meal prepping, which you should be. Take a picture of it. Take a picture of your grocery cart. Share a tip about how to make little frozen bags of spinach to put in your shake and give a call to action. Have you ever meal prepped before? What do you find the hardest thing about meal planning? Ask people to engage with you. And again, you're just sharing your story. You should also, when it comes to posting and this transformation, you should be sharing a progress photo. Every week or every 9 squares on your social media feed should be a progress photo of you. I don't care if you lost a pound. I don't care if you lost a half an inch. I don't care if you went backwards or if you stayed the same. You are on a journey to take care of yourself, and your transformation photos simply tell a story, all right? So it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be perfect. People are going to trust you if they know you're not giving up like they have so many times before. So people will follow your journey if you're sharing it. You can't stop sharing it for a week or 2 weeks and then expect people to trust you when you come back. This is about credibility. You have to take this seriously. You have to have that momentum and keep it going. And posting is just the first step. It's just the first part of this process. It's just part of the equation, but it's a very important part. And we're going to move on to the second part of the equation next. But now I want to make sure, one, you have the slide edge, 2, that you've watched this video. Tell me below, have you made your kind of like coach announcement? Are you posting consistently, or is this an area that you need to improve? If it is, that's totally okay. This is great. Knowledge is power. If you're watching this video and you're like, Rachel, I'm not doing these things consistently, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you know what you have to start doing. And that is a gift. So let's start. Okay, going to move on. Make sure you check out those 30 post examples of what to post. Make sure you're telling your story, not being salesy, but just inviting people in to what is working for you. All right, next video coming up next.